What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett.
I'm Lance.
This is RANTS or us.
As always, remember if you like the video to subscribe, like, comment, and share. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers.
So please subscribe. Help us out on that one. And today, since we've touched on this topic a little bit before.
Video,
in a previous video, and if y'all can check that one out too. It was Bran the true villain of Game of Thrones?
Puppet Master.
Yeah, the Puppet Master of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But so we thought we'd add this video onto it because this was a discussion we've been having.
Yeah.
Was Daenerys the true villain of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know,
I mean,
arguments can be made on each side. Was she a hero or was she the villain?
I think when it comes to Bran, I think more people are willing to accept Bran maybe as the true villain of Game of Thrones because Bran didn't really have that likability factor that Daenerys did. I feel like there's a lot of Daenerys fans out there, that they think, man, she should have been the queen. And that it should have been a happy ending and all this other kind of things like that.
But I kind of feel like the way, towards the end there, the way she was going, if she had stayed alive, she would have been just like the Mad King.
I think so too.
So
I think she would have too, because I think she proved that she was basically just a second coming of him.
She was willing to kill anybody by fire just like he did.
Literally. It's the fascination with the fire thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, Daenerys fans will kill me on this one, but it's true.
I was a big Daenerys fan.
See, look, don't get me wrong, I like Emilia Clarke. I'm a big Emilia Clarke fan. I thought she did a great representation of Daenerys, but I feel like when people say, well, there was no lead up to her turning kind of mad, I feel like that's I feel like they're missing out on all those little things.
I was a big fan, and I saw plenty of signs showing which way she was going. I mean, I like crazy, but so I could deal with it.
I would have been fine if they were kind of made her like a character in between.
What I didn't like was her clearly showing some crazy sides and people being like, no, I didn't see that. How did you not see it?
Well, it's almost kind of like, okay, when her brother, got killed, she kind of had like a really weird reaction in the books, and
definitely like on screen you could see the
you could tell the power was kind of getting to her.
Yeah, she was enjoying that because she could be like, anybody mess with me, I got Dothraki army, I got this.
Yeah, and when she killed
Count Drogo's not the leader of this, I am.
Yeah, and when she burned those heads of the Dothraki too.
That was kind of Khal Drogo's fault too, because he let her have all that power once. Once she accepted the fact that she was going to be his wife and not just his sex slave.
See, I can figure that. See, that's one thing that always kind of drove me a little bit crazy about Khal Drogo, is because according to the Dothraki thing, that's not the way things work.
Yeah, he was supposed to be this great leader, but then it was like it got to where he was just kind of sitting there, and if she said anything. Everybody look at him and he's like, she was pretty much.
She was dooming him from the very beginning.
She was running it. Like
everybody,
she took away from that character. Like she made him a bitch, basically.
She did. I mean,
he had the final say, but anything she said, he was like, "Yeah, we're doing it."
Yeah, I kind of felt like the roles had been reversed really quick. but
just saying.
Well, yeah, because that was actually the reason why a lot of these, even before he died, that the Dothraki was starting to kind of challenge him a little bit.
There was supposed to be mutiny.
Yeah, they were thinking he was weak.
He would become weak.
So when it comes to this, I kind of feel like she always had that. She killed the slavers like she did.
Yeah.
She, so she showed, and then she showed that she'll just burn houses to the ground and not really care.
Yeah, like at first when the dragons were going off on their own and destroying villages, she acted like she cared, and then she got to the point where she was like, I'll do it with them.
Yeah, I know.
I'll ride them while they do it.
Yeah, she got to the point where she started believing her own hype.
She actually kind of reminded me a little bit of her brother towards once she started getting the power.
Definitely.
Because, when he was like, oh, I would let all his men and his horses rape you if it meant I got my throne. And I felt like she was kind of that way to an extent. Maybe not rape, but she was like, I'll kill anybody. I'll do anything as long as I'm the one sitting on the Iron Throne.
Well, I kind of felt like that too. I kind of felt like, it's like, you remember that one scene where there's Jon Snow first meets Daenerys, and she you know, he's like, well, I'm just Jon Snow, you know, and she's like, I'm Daenerys Stormborn, blah blah blah, all this other little things like that. She was getting caught up in all this junk. And like then, that was something that's supposed to mean something to anybody.
I don't know. Like later on, she acts like she loved Jon Snow, like she was in love with this dude. But yet she was like, if you don't bend the knee, or if you decide to stand against me, I will kill you.
And that's what would have ended up. I mean, that was.
And it was basically like the only reason he ended up killing her was because she was going to kill Sansa. Yeah. Because Sansa kept kind of rebelling against her in a way. And
so he realized.
Like, I'll kill your sister. I don't give a damn.
But see,
So Jon was like, oh, I got to put her down.
Yeah. See, it's funny that was actually the one thing that caused him to break away. It wasn't, Jon had always been known as like this noble guy. And then towards the end, he was just letting her do all just rampage.
Well, it's kind of crazy to me that Jon Snow went off and I guess with the wildlings instead of taking that power, because as a Targaryen, I thought he was just gonna take the throne from her, or the crown from her anyway, and rule. But he didn't want that. He doesn't want to rule.
But then
So is that like the Stark blood in him?
It's kind of like. Yeah, but see, this is where I thought they were going to go with Game of Thrones.
I don't know. Bran's a Stark, and he wants to be king of all of it.
Yeah, I know.
Sansa's a Stark, and she
wants to be queen of all of it too.
Yeah, especially in Winterfell. Yeah. She definitely wants to be over Winterfell.
So I kind of feel like maybe, or this is just how I felt they were going to go. I felt like he would eventually be on the Iron Throne. I was shocked when he wasn't. A little bit because I kind of felt like he would do the thing. He would be the guy that would do it even though he didn't want to do it.
I really thought that they were going to end up ruling together for a while there. Like that was going to be it. And
that was what people wanted.
I thought maybe he would be like the neutral to her. Like when she's going overboard, maybe he could be like, let's think about this.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
But she wouldn't allow that.
See, that's the thing. I think people thought all these, that were shipping them together and all these kind of things. I think they thought, well, okay,
I guess
he would be her yin to her yang and things along those lines.
Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to get at, but I wasn't wording it right.
But I feel like in the scenes she wasn't. She was the dominant. He was the weak one. And I felt like I didn't understand why the showrunners actually made it that way. They should have put them more on equal ground, but they made it like
and when all these people were asking for this, I guess they were forgetting that he's her nephew.
I've never understood that. Like, I mean, everybody was in love with the whole Jaime and Cersei thing, thing, and I thought that was a little bit kind of weird too myself.
But me personally, if I had to pick the true villain of Game of Thrones, I would still say Bran.
I think Bran was the puppet master. But I think
Bran,
if you want to talk about...
I think Bran's plan from the time he fell off that wall till the end of the show was to get the kingdom. And I think he was willing to sacrifice his father, his brothers, all that. He could have stopped all of it.
I think they showed in the
and
show.
He chose not to. And I think that is what makes him the true villain, even over Daenerys. He was willing to sacrifice his entire family to eventually become king.
He had, he could possibly have made historical events kind of go his way.
Yeah,
he could have been maybe the reason why the Mad King
was mad. I still think that he made the Mad King go mad. I still think that he's the reason Hodor ended up the way he was.
Now I think, he definitely was that.
He didn't care about nobody but getting that power.
Yeah. So I
say Bran.
So I agree with you. I kind of feel like Bran was the puppet master, but I still kind of feel
Daenerys was definitely a villain
in the show. I feel like Daenerys was more of the main villain of the show. More than Cersei was, definitely.
Definitely more than Cersei, and I definitely think Daenerys was a main villain, but I don't think she was the true villain.
And she would have been the ultimate villain to all of Westeros. if she would have lived, more than even the White Walkers.
Maybe so. Maybe
she'd have
if
burned
she
the whole
stayed,
thing
if
to
she
the
stayed
ground.
in that power, she'd have been worse than Bran.
Yeah.
But she didn't. Now Bran's in that power, and I guarantee you, if they picked up from where it left off, he would destroy Westeros.
Well, I think so too. I mean,
But
so
let us know your thoughts.
yeah, let us know, guys.
And
as always, check out our brand. Is he the Puppet Master? Check out that video.
And like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Take care, guys.